We are back and ready to go. The New Brunswick Mooseheads take on the Victoria Devils in a standing room only crowd here at the Charles Gorman Arena. Opening face-off, battle for, dumped in, Mackenzie Kiersted comes across to Ryan Teesink. Flip play, battle kept in by the Devils though. And they come now, turned over, Teesink up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc breaking out, chips in, can't get through. In come the Devils now. Kiersted pokes it away, drops off to Vautour. LeBlanc trying to go across, gets intercepted. Pushing and offside against the Devils. Face-off will be just outside the Moosehead zone. A lot of neutral zone play here early on in the first 32 seconds of this one. It's going to be won by Fraser. Alshorn comes across to Marcus. Teesink turns it over. Wins it back though. Rolls up. Chips up to Kraft. Dumped in. Hard on that ball. Marcus Teesink going to be in there first. Alshorn back behind the goal. Chipped all the way down. And that is icing against the Devils. Face-off upcoming to Adam Butler's left in the Victoria zone. Face-off gonna be scrambled for, chipped up the wall by the Devils, flip play to center, knocked down by Badger. In comes Mainman though for Victoria down behind the goal line. Badger pokes free, up the wall to Kraft. Kraft slides down the wall, dekes back, sliding back down in behind his own goal line now. Kraft comes up, pass up the middle to Alshorn. Alshorn's looking, tries to get it free, cannot. It's picked off by the Devils. Poked free. Kraft at center. Nice little flip move there around Maitman. Winds, fires, misses the cage, and held on to for the face-off by Butler. Coming draw here deep in the Victoria zone. Battle for Victoria has flips, knocked down by McHugh. McHugh to the middle of the Morehouse. Shot stopped by Butler. Morehouse gets first on that rebound. Chips back down behind the goal. Tom McHugh gets there in front to Stewart. Great save, Butler. High flip by Victoria. Hicks racing hard back into his own zone. That is icing against the Devils. Face-off upcoming to Adam Butler's right. Face-off going to be controlled by Victoria, back behind their goal, playing pitch and catch. Morconi walking up, goes back across D to D now, walking up out of their zone, racing hard with lots of speed. Devils dump that in just wide of the goal. Foot race. Chip back behind the goal. Hard on it though. Victoria first on that ball there. Cole Thompson trying to go to work behind the goal. Kyle Anderson working him around. Morehouse trying to win a good board battle here in the corner. Working out. Great sliding play there. Chipped to Tom McHugh. Gain center, dumps that ball in to complete the full line change here. Back behind the goal. Sliding up, Burns hard on the forecheck now for New Brunswick. Chipped up the wall, that comes out of the zone and dumped in hard by Victoria. Fenwick going to be in a foot race here for New Brunswick. Fenwick gets there first. Fenwick pushes back behind the goal to Ryan Teesink. Chips up the wall to Burns. Burns chips high. Great diving play by Morconi to keep that in. Slides it over, looking. Back up top to the point. Winding, faking, down to more corny. Fires high up over the cage. Hard on that ball, Victoria. And then winds, fakes, way over. Looking, firing it in, stopped by Johnny Way. Maybe chips that away to the corner now. Hard on it, Victoria now. Fenwick, board battle, him and Burns in there digging. Maybe comes away with the ball. High flip. Icing against the Mooseheads. Face-off upcoming to Johnny Way's left. Face-off going to be won by Victoria by Mainman. All the way back up to the top. Little toe drag move now. Rolling all the way back down in. 39, that's Pat Nelson. Around the goal, trying to come out in front. Curve shots blocked by Badger. Rolling down in now. T-Sink all over him. Marcus T-Sink going to work. Meehan in for support. Ball the slot. Shot wide. Dan Vautour trying to go to work now. Shot behind the goal. Working all the way up. LeBlanc with the steal now. LeBlanc trying to go up the middle. Nice little move. Meehan looking. Trying to get it there. Cannot. Marcus T-Sink on his backhand. Keeps that ball in. Gets it deep into LeBlanc. LeBlanc working along the half wall. Rolling out to the slot. Leaves it for Vautour. Chips that ball in deep now. Dan Vautour going to work. We have a delayed penalty upcoming against the Mooseheads. High flip. Racing in is Mainman. Breakaway. Stopped by Johnny Way. Have a penalty. New Brunswick number 89, Dan Vautour. 2 minutes for tripping. New Brunswick gets their penalty killers out there. Ryan T-Sink, Mackenzie Kiersted, Matt Burns, and Justin Maybe. Countered by the top power play unit of the Victoria Devils. Trevor Mainman, Aaron Spots, Garrett Dunlop, Mark Gutrow, and Dean Matson. Face-off's going to be one in control by New Brunswick. Kiersted turns up the wall. Cap in there. Gutrow back up top to Dunlop. Over to Matson. Looking back up top to Dunlop. Ripping, firing, stopped by Johnny Way. Going across Mainman, way over, just missed. Back up top, Dunlop's looking. Matson back up to Dunlop. Winding, firing, stopped by Johnny Way. Rebound, blocked. Mackenzie Kiersted just saved a goal by blocking that one. What a great block by Kiersted there. Up comes Dunlop now, trying to get in over the line. They flip it in. Way out behind his goal. Flips hard up the wall. Maybe trying to get there. Has it. Flips back around. Dunlop now with the ball behind the net. Battling with Hicks for it. Matson now. Back up top. Way over Mainman. Fires. Great sliding block by Justin Maybe there. And they clear the ball down the zone. Great blocks by New Brunswick on this penalty kill. Trying to come up with lots of speed of the Devils. They drop it off. Morricone flips that high and in. He's first on the ball as well. Back behind the goal, turns it over. Morehouse fires, cap in. Set back up now. Ahonen back up top to Nelson. Over to Nick Ahonen. Ahonen looking. Back up top, Nelson. Back down low, Morricone to Nelson. Looking, faking, firing across. Another great save by Johnny Way. The whistle goes as the net comes off. Face-off will stay inside the Moosehead zone. 12 seconds remaining on the penalty to Dan Vautour. Face-off's gonna be battle for. Face-off violation called here. We will redo it. Frazier being kicked out for New Brunswick. Kraft on to take this draw. Kraft chips it all the way back out. Lines, fires. That one's blocked. Anderson chips it out. Hits Kraft. Frazier to Kraft. He's on a breakaway. Looking, firing, missing the cage. Penalty has expired, and that is held by Butler for the face-off. Great blocks on that penalty kill, including the goal-saving one by Mackenzie Kierstead. Back to work comes New Brunswick, though. Frazier trying to get it through, cannot. Victoria slowing it back down behind their goal, trying a flip play, gets up over everybody. Badger's going to win that foot race, though. Badger's going to roll back behind his cage and slow down right there. He's going to stop up. He's going to look. He's going to hold. He's going to walk a little bit. Badger all the way up. Alshorn looking, chipping, sliding it low. High flip up off the roof and back inside the Devil zone. Face off one, tipped out front, they score! Matt Morehouse getting New Brunswick on the board early on here. 1-0 Mooseheads. Shot came from the point, was tipped down out front right to a wide open Morehouse, who backhanded it up over Butler and into the cage. Face off won by Victoria now. Victoria starting up their wall here. Cole Thompson looking, chipping up to Mainman. Mainman trying to get there. McHugh hard on the forecheck though. Up over Stewart. Flips. Back down to Victoria's zone. Morehouse trying to get there, cannot. Victoria looking to break out now. Trying to go up the wall, they cannot. Stewart back in his own zone. Little flip up to Morehouse. Line fires up over the cage. Back on that. Martin Lowe way up to Matson. Leaves it there for Mainman. Mainman faking the drop. Comes across. Runs into Bursey. Sliding up, Teesink battling hard. Marcus Teesink all over the ball here, so is Bursey. Pushing hard now, out they come. Out comes Marcus Teesink. Slides it over to Maybe. Maybe's looking for an option. Marcus trying to get there. Taken down in front. Penalty off, coming. Delayed penalty to the Mooseheads. Victoria pushing up now. Comes Dunlop looking, slowing, trying to get this dumped up, batted down, and stolen. Marcus Teesink, number 32, New Brunswick, 2 minutes for holding the stick. New Brunswick rolling back onto the penalty kill. Timeout called, I believe, by the Victoria Devils. Timeout, Victoria. The hometown crowd out in droves now. Won by Victoria all the way out. Trying to get it set up now. Coming up the zone now. Dunlop looking, walking, trying to get it there. Flips that in. LeBlanc hard on his horse here. Trying to dig there. Pushing, battling. Anderson in for support. 3 Devils in there against the 2 Mooseheads. The Mooseheads are controlling this play right now in the corner. Great battle. Out comes Victoria though with the ball. Evan pokes it away. Anderson can't shoot it down. Mainman goes all the way back up top. Wines fires, just missed the net. Pushed out front. LeBlanc flips that all the way down the zone. Walking. Up comes Victoria. In over the lines, Dunlop. Dunlop's looking. Sliding. Cutting up top. Over to Matson now. Matson looking. Back up top to Dunlop. Dunlop walking down the middle of the floor. Faking. Blocked again by Maybe. Chip. Maybe trying to get there for the potential breakaway chance. Can't really get there. Looking. Great move to walk back out front. Great sliding poke check there by Matson. Pushed up now. Aaron spots. Spots. Curls back. Waiting for the change to complete now for the Devils. Leaving it there for Griffin. Comes across to Nelson. Nelson to Morricone. Poked away by Ryan Teesink now. Battling for Burns. Flips that down in deep. On to Butler. Butler catches, plays it. Up comes Nelson now. Coming out of his zone. Looking. Leaving to Morricone. To Nelson, who's going to curl back into his zone. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty. Morricone gets it. Chips it. Morricone, Vautour gets there. Knocked away to Nelson, though. Nelson keeps in. Fires. Rebound chance up over the cage. Hard on that ball. Griffin and Badger going to work. Penalty has expired. We're back to even strength here. Hard battle behind the goal now. Working their way up the wall. Victoria trying to get there. LeBlanc with the steal. LeBlanc can't see me in. Hard loose ball. Vautour gets there, gets a stick on it. Poked away. LeBlanc gets on that first. Keeps that back down behind the goal. Morricone on it, but being pressured by Vautour. Up the wall. Anderson pinching. Pokes that back in the zone. Coming D to Morricone now. Out comes Victoria looking. High flip. Anderson gonna get there with time. Way up to Kraft. Chips that up to Meehan. Meehan firing. Butler to save the rebound. Can't come up with that. Out breaks Victoria now. Chip. Fenwick stepping up on him. Pass cross back door. Knocked down by Fraser. Great stick. Gonna get there. Great diving play by Kraft to poke that away. Shot goes to the corner. Anderson into his own wall now, up the half wall. Slides it back down behind the goal for Fenwick. Slides that up to Fraser. Fraser's going to chip that up. Alshorn's in the breakaway. Alshorn shoots, he scores! Zach Alshorn. Alshorn with a great move on the breakaway. Faking the deke, shooting 5-hole, and giving the Mooseheads a 2-0 advantage. Face-off won by Victoria. D to D now. Up the wall. Mainman. Offside Victoria. Timeout called. New Brunswick Mooseheads. Face-off upcoming just outside the Moosehead zone. 2:22 remaining in this first period of play. Face-off's going to be won by Victoria High. Flip off the roof. Face-off will now be just outside the Victoria zone. Face-off going to be won and controlled by Victoria. Knocked in by Stewart. Offside against the Devils. Face-off just outside the New Brunswick zone now. Face-off. Stewart wins it forward. Shoots it all the way up at a play. Face-off, won by Stewart. Back to Marcus T-Sink, up the wall to Morehouse. Marcus T-Sink walking back towards the middle of his zone. Tried to chip that up, could not get it there. Leaves it to Mainman. Chips that back in deep. Victoria now on it behind the goal here. Badger up to Stewart. Stewart to T-Sink. Marcus T-Sink fakes the drop, rolls through. Out to Stewart to McHugh. Shot just goes wide. Stewart on that. Great move there by Stewart. Walking out to Morehouse. Fires that, hits a body in front. McHugh tries to slide. Out comes Mainman now. For Mainman, great play by Badger to keep that in. Tabersi fires just wide. Played behind the goal now. Up the middle to Trevor Mainman now. Mainman right up over the middle. Trying to go around Kirsten's shot goes wide. 1:05 remaining. Winding, firing from the corner. Stopped by Way. And face-off comes outside the zone as the net goes off its moorings. 59.4 seconds remaining. Face-off upcoming now. Face-off, scramble draw, chipped up, Burns knocks that down. Devils in their own zone, chip up, trying to go to the middle. Offside Devils. Face-off going to be won by Victoria. Goes D to D. High flip on in the goal. Kirsten back behind his own goal to get that. Looking for a pass. Comes D to D to Ryan T-Sink. T-Sink high flip. All the way back up comes Victoria now. Long stretch pass there. Matson tries to deke. Knocked away by Kirsten. Dan Votor now. All the way across to Meehan. Back to Votor in the middle. Deking trying to make a pass through. 10 seconds remaining. Back to Kirsten trying to chip that in. Can't. Victoria going to try to break out now. Trying to get a chance. Kirsten pokes that. Hard on that. Shoved to the ground there. There is a delayed penalty. At the end of one period of play, the New Brunswick Mooseheads 2, the Victoria Devils 0. And the penalty call on Victoria is 2 minutes body contact. Face-off upcoming. Start this second period of play. New Brunswick wins that all the way back now. Gotta try to get this power play set up. Kiersted to Ryan T-Sink, flips it in, gets to it first. All the way back up top to Kiersted now. Kiersted walking to the middle. Over to T-Sink, shot! Stopped by Butler. Face-off upcoming, deep in the Victoria zone. Face-off gonna be one. Kiersted to the middle now, looking, winding, faking to McHugh. Tom McHugh looking, head faking. Kiersted winds, fires, stopped by Butler. Face-off upcoming to Butler's right now. Face-off going to be won by Victoria. Hard on that ball now. Morricone going hard behind his goal. Tipped by T-Sink all the way around. And fired up and out of play. Face-off remains deep in the Victoria zone. Face-off upcoming now. Kraft on for the draw. Kraft, bobble draw, wins it. Meehan slides it back to McHugh. Back up top to Kiersted now. Kiersted over to Kraft, walking. Down low to Ryan T-Sink. Off the side of the goal. Meehan now working. New Brunswick changing power play lines now. Kiersted carrying up the floor now. Carrying all the way up. Looking, winding, faking. Over to Kraft and in the zone now. Back up to Kiersted. Over to Bursey. Bursey slows it down. Up to Kiersted. Back to Bursey. Looking, firing, kick save, Butler. Nelson on that ball first. Fires that all the way down the floor. New Brunswick completing the line change now. Way behind the goal to Badger. Badger coming up the wall. Off a stick. Couple of sliding bodies. Chip back to Badger now. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. Frazier going to work. Bursey trying to go way over to Morehouse. Morehouse gets there first. Penalty has expired. Trying to drop that off, doesn't get there. Badger to Bursey. Fires, missed the cage. Morehouse back up top here. Morehouse walking to the middle to Badger, trying to get that through. That's blocked. Morehouse keeps it in. Tipped at the goal by Stewart. Frazier hard on that ball. Frazier comes out front. Morehouse up over the cage. Looking. Morehouse gives it up top to Anderson. Winds, fires. Blocker save, Butler. Frazier back out front to Maybe back behind the goal to House. Morehouse fires. Great save there by Butler. Face off upcoming now. Maybe on for the draw. Maybe can't win that. That's won by Dunlop now. Control behind the goal by Victoria. Starting to roll out. Looking. Passes D to D now. Now they're looking here. They come back D to D. Up the wall. And that is icing against the Devils. Face-off upcoming now. Burns on to take this draw. Burns wins it. Third battle. Victoria back behind the goal now. Coming up the wall. Slowing it down. Going D to D. Looking. Walking. Back up across. All the way back down. Stretch pass. That's tip. Knocked away. Hicks pokes it away. Hicks trying to knock that down. Trying to get it up. Burns with the flip. Webster in a foot race here. Webster gets there. Poked away though by Benny Wojciechowski. Dunlop maybe with a good hustle there. Out he comes now. Garrett Dunlop slows it back down to their D now. David Griffin. Slip up the middle. Does not connect with that flip. And that is icing against the Devils. Face-off upcoming, 2 Butlers left. That's gonna be one by Votor, can't get there. Hard race. Fenwick trying to get there, gets chipped out. Meehan goes back in his own zone now for the ball. Aaron Meehan walking up the middle of the floor, going through. Still has it, leaves it for Marcus. Tasek winds, fires, that gets through. Just misses the cage. Morricone wrapping. Fenwick jumps up, keeps it to Votor in the middle. Stopped by Butler. Victoria pushing the other way. I'm trying to flip out front. Sliding attempt, pushes it wide. Marcus Tasek now up the wall for his team. For the Mooseheads now. Slowing it. Gives it to the middle to LeBlanc. Poked in. Frazier. Great back check there by the Devils. Flip play up. Intercepted by Marcus T-Sink. Marcus leaves it for Ryan T-Sink now. Tries to go hard over. Morricone jumps in front of that pass. It's over the line. Cutting in. Ryan T-Sink. Frazier. Backhand pass. Can't get it through. Great diving play. Offside called against the Mooseheads. .958 remaining in this second period of play. Face-off going to be won by Victoria. Slowing that back down, coming up the wall. Jump by T-Sink, can't get to it though. In comes Victoria. All the way back up top. Victoria back up to the top of the point now. 11 fires, hits a body in front and goes up and out of play. Eight, 11. Back down low, looking, trying to get it through. Poked away by Anderson. Trying to control that in the corner. Rolling back up top, shot up over the net. Looking, chipping. McHugh trying to get there. Dunlop's on it first though. Pushed all the way back. Way over. Pressured by Morehouse. Can't get free. Kept in by Hicks though. Hicks to McHugh. Wires. Blocked. Trying to get that out front. Dunlop breaking out of their zone now. Stretch pass. Doesn't connect. Fires. Stopped by Johnny Way. Flip. Morehouse is into the breakaway. Matt Morehouse looking. Firing. Stopped by Adam Butler. Face-off held on due to the goaltender for New Brunswick. Face-off, gonna be one. Bursey fires. Great save there by Butler yet again. Nelson goes D to D now. Flip play, intercepted by Bursey, maybe. Leaves it there for Burns, fires. Caught and gloved by Butler. Face-off will be to Butler's right. Tough scramble draw. Won by maybe. Back behind the goal is Victoria, though. Pat Nelson rolling out behind his goal. Flips way up. Poked away by T-Sink. Back in his zone for Nelson now. Nelson looking, leaves it. Griffin up the middle. Chipped in deep by Griffin. Marcus T-Sink first on that ball, though. Hard up the wall to Bursey. Bursey in over the line. Foot race for it now between Burns and Nelson. Burns can't get there. Chip play all the way. Matson trying to get around Marcus T-Sink. He takes that ball away. Trying to spin up off of it. Poked away by Votor. Justin maybe now. Little center flip. Upcoming now. Victoria back in their goal. Looking. Griffin goes across, tries to get that up. Dumped in, Kiersted hard on that now. Hard up the wall. Kept in by Victoria from behind the goal line now. Votor's on that. Dan Votor working hard up the wall now. Votor trying to push that free, cannot. Now he can. Comes right up the middle with it. Little flip to LeBlanc. Trying to flip. LeBlanc trying to go behind the net. Poked free from him. Comes back around this way. Mainman hard on it. Ryan T-Sink pinching with him. Trevor Mainman rolls out. Tries the long chip pass. Does not connect. That is icing against the Devils. Face off now to Adam Butler's right. Dunlop against Fraser on this draw. Fraser's going to win that all the way back to Anderson. Anderson going to look. Fire tipped just wide. Kraft now behind the goal. Getting bodied up there by Morricone. Fraser comes in for support now. Fraser rolling. Trying to get it to Kraft. Back to Fraser to Kraft. Can't come up with it. Alshorn going hard to work. Fraser out to Kraft. Great move. Stopped by Butler. Up and out of play. Shot though. Down now the whistle goes. Face-off now upcoming on to the right of Adam Butler, deep in the Victoria zone now. Stewart on for the draw. Stewart cannot win that draw. Victoria collects. Flip up off the roof.
How many times did that guy do that? Hey.
6:10 remaining in this second period of play. Stewart trying to win that. Battle draw. Controlled by Victoria. Back behind their goal now. Going D to D. Cross up the wall. Trying to roll free. Out they break now. Looking in up over the line is Martin Lowe. Turns it over to Stewart. Trying to come up through center. Up over to McHugh. Winds. Fires. Stopped by Butler. Webster slides out in Stewart's spot now with McHugh and Morehouse. Webster scramble draw. Nelson back in his own zone, tries to go behind. Webster hard on that forecheck now is Noah Webster. Pop breaks. Matson now for Victoria, trying a little stop-up play, taken away by Marcus T-Sink. Webster back in his zone to get that ball now. Little head fake, now he rolls. In over the line, drop pass to Morehouse, fires it on net. Caught and held on to by Butler.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yep. Give me a second. Oh, that feels unbelievable.
Face-off upcoming. Face-off one cleanly now. Bursey, fire, stopped by Butler. Tipped up. Chipped way over now. T-Sink battling. Bursey has that in his own. Chipped up off the maybe. Back in behind the Victoria goal. Burns looking. Goes across now. Mainman trying to roll free. Badger steps up and pokes that away from him. Touch pass winding, firing. Blocked away by Marcus T-Sink. Flip way over. Knocked down by Badger there. Up comes Griffin now. Flipped in. Caught by Johnny Way. Flips it around to maybe. Marcus T-Sink now. Flips up to Burns. Gives it to the middle to Bursey. Firing. Stopped by Butler. Burns going hard after Mainman on that ball. Burns is going to try to come out with that. Bursey helping. Out comes Nelson, though, with that ball. Nelson slid in for support. Flip up to Dunlop now. Dunlop slowing along the wall, looking for somebody now. Penalty upcoming. Dunlop rolling out of his corner. Another penalty upcoming. 2 penalties upcoming against the Mooseheads now. Waiting for the referees to discuss what it was. $15 New Brunswick, Aaron Meehan, 2 for tripping. And 77 New Brunswick, Justin Maybe, 2 for tripping. 5-on-3 Victoria for a full 2 minutes of play. Timeout called Victoria. Face-off upcoming to John Way's right. 3:57 remaining in the second period of play. 2 minute 5-on-3. Face-off one, Dunlop now. All the way over to Gutrow, back to Dunlop. Back down low to Matson, back up to Dunlop, way over, fire, score! Mark Gautreau with the power play rip, going top shelf on that one. Five-on-four power play now for Victoria. Face off line. Morehouse trying to break in free over the line. Short-handed, cannot get there. Face off. Mainman now walking up the line, trying to make it play. Trips through. He does kind of get through. He fires. He scores. Trevor Mainman with a fantastic individual effort to tie this game at 2. "30 seconds after the 2 penalties were called. It is now 2-2. Face off. One back now. Badger coming up out of the zone now. Kraft flips that hard in the corner now. Frazier coming hard after that one. Gets to that ball first. Chipped away. Badger keeps that into Alshorn. Walking out, firing, just missing the net. Kraft looking. Alshorn. Shots tipped. Knocked down by Frazier. Chipped high and away. Alshorn gets to it. Trying to momentarily, at least still has it. Chips that back down low for Riley Kraft. Kraft leaves it for Alshorn. Coming out of the corner, trying to get it to Badger. Spins. Frazier can't get a stick on it. Flipped off the roof. Penalty upcoming. Penalty number 9, Mitch Van Giel, Victoria. 2 minutes. Holding. Power play, New Brunswick. Timeout called. New Brunswick Mooseheads. Face off for this power play now. 2:41 remaining in this period of play. Face off's going to be won by Victoriaville and flipped all the way down the zone. Mackenzie Kiersted back in his own zone to get the ball now. Walking up the middle, flipping. T-Sink going hard on that, Ryan T-Sink. Hard on that ball. Victoria has possession right now, rolls out, flips. Great knockdown by Kiersted at the line, though, to keep that in. Over to McHugh, back to Kiersted, back to McHugh, back to Kiersted. Over to Kraft, fires, that's blocked. T-Sink back up to Kraft, winding, firing. Sliding block by Trevor Mainman. Minute 20 remaining on this power play. 2:02 remaining in this second period of play. Comes the face-off now. Draw going to be won by Meehan to T-Sink. Back up top to Kiersted. Gonna walk to the middle. Give it to McHugh. Gonna come up to Kiersted. Over to T-Sink. Firing. Just missing. Chipped up. Knocked down. Way over to T-Sink. Firing. That gets blocked. Rebounds there. Cannot come up with it. Ryan T-Sink onto that now. Coming up to Kiersted. Kiersted over to Ryan T-Sink, trying to get that down low. That gets blocked. Up and all the way down on Johnny Way. Knocks that down with a pad. Pushing up. Waiting. Pushing in. Kiersted looking to Morehouse. Back to Kiersted. All the way back in that far corner. Fraser on his horse. He knocks down that forecheck. Chipped all the way down the floor. 20 remaining on the New Brunswick power play. Badger up now, looking. Try to get that to Fraser. Does not make it. And that is icing against the Mooseheads. Face-off going to be 54.5 remaining in this second period of play. Stewart against Dunlop. Stewart wins that one clean to Hicks. Hicks pushing all the way. Gonna carry that all the way in over the line. Slides it to Fraser. Gets it over to Morehouse. Cannot get a shot through. Hard on that ball. Morchek pokes it free down to Fraser. Penalty has expired. Up to Morehouse. Back up top to Badger. Winding. Firing. That's blocked by Mainman yet again. Not only has Trevor Mainman produced the individual effort to score the second goal, but he's putting his body on the line, blocking lots of shots as well. Couture now on for the draw. Scrambled draw. Morricone comes around with it. Fires it up the wall. Chipped out. Meehan keeps it in momentarily. Flipped out by Victoria. And that is icing against the Devils. Aaron Meehan in for the draw now. Meehan bears in, wins the draw. Vautour just misses the net. LeBlanc's hard on that ball. Tries to roll through. Meehan fires. That's blocked as well. Off, scrambled for, controlled by Victoria. That'll do it for the end of 2 periods of play. At the end of 2, the New Brunswick Mooseheads 2, Victoria Devils 2. back and ready to go for the start of this third period of play. Takes off upcoming. Frazier wins that draw cleanly. All the way back to Kiersted inside his own zone. Comes across to Ryan T-Sink now. T-Sink walking. Back passing back to Kiersted. Kenzie way up. Double tip. Face-off will be inside the zone. Inside the Victoria zone. Face-off won by Dunlop. Alshorn going to try to get there first. Cannot. Outbreaks Victoria now. Chipping off the wall. T-Sink gets there. Ryan T-Sink back. Nice little spin move there. Comes across to Kraft. Going to carry in. Fake. Gives it to Frazier. Can't corral it. Nelson flips up over to Griffin. Kept in momentarily. Now it's out. Back to Kiersted. Mackenzie Kiersted up to Frazier. Over to Kraft. Matson hard on him. Kraft trying to spin off him. Gives it to Badger. Fakes. Gives it to Frazier. Shot blocked. Up and out of play. Stewart trying to win a draw here. Battle for it. Can't come up with it. Badger pinches in to knock it free. Victoria high flip though. Foot race for it. Mainman around Badger. Fire stop. Johnny Way shoots. He scores! Trevor Mainman makes it 3-2 Devils. Marcus T-Sink walking, giving to Morehouse, blocked by Morconi. Poke back out though, Stewart now, winding, firing it in, kick save Butler. Chipped all the way out. Marcus T-Sink now, rolling up the middle, right up to Stewart. Leaves it for McHugh, fires! Just missed. Dunlop now on the ball. Chips it up, potential 2-on-1 happening. Anderson gets there, pokes the ball free. Now he has the ball. Anderson comes up the wall. Nobody's there but Devils. Looking, firing through, blocked by Anderson. Anderson flipping to Morehouse, kept in by the Devils. High up off the roof. Face-off upcoming now. Trying to get the face-off situated. Face off, one by maybe, all the way back to Anderson, over to Fenwick, back to Anderson, playing pitch and catch now, up the middle to maybe, looking, trying to go middle, cannot, chipped out, back up in come the Devils, Fenwick trying to get there, In breaks Nick Ahonen. Ahonen rolling out now, trying to get that out front. Sliding play by Burns. Maybe gets there, chips that out. Beats the defender. Trying to get there. Looking. DeBercy just missed the net. Outbreaks Victoria now. Great sliding play by Burns to keep that in. Looking. DeBercy fires. That's blocked again by the Devils. Hard back check by Justin Maybe. Forces the Devils back into their own zone now. Martin Lowe. Lowe's walking, looking. Stretch pass. Cannot connect. And that is icing against the Devils. Meehan on the draw. Scramble draw now. Flipped out. Ryan Tiesink hard back on his horse now. Looking back around. Goes back around behind himself to Kiersted. Fakes going back behind. Rolls out. Goes slides. It does back behind to Ryan Tiesink. Tiesink now. Walking. Looking. Flipping to LeBlanc. Tries to go to Vautour. Cannot connect on that pass. Down in deep though. LeBlanc hard on that out front. Man can't find it. Sprawling Butler corrals it and holds on for the faceoff. Face off, scramble draw, Victoria controls, goes around D to D looking for Nelson. Nelson rolling back now. New Brunswick all over him. Meehan knocks it down. Chips to himself. Tries to fire, does not. Flip play. Griffin trying to get there. Badger pokes it free. Dan Vautour now leaves it for Badger. Badger comes back to Meehan. Can't find it. Now he does. Back to Marcus Tiesink to slow it down. Back up to Frazier. Poked away. Now Marcus Tiesink jumping. Trying. Ball poked back in. Morricone now. High flip. Slowed down by Badger. Badger gonna look. Control the ball here. Looking. Looking. Slowing. Moving. Pass up to Kraft. Makes a nice move. Can't get to the loose ball though. Frazier's gonna get on the loose ball first. Try to fire, doesn't get through. Anderson over to Kraft, can't connect on the pass. Bodied up by Morricone. Frazier to Kraft, can't find it. Kraft down to Alshorn, behind the goal. Kraft on that. Penalty upcoming. Touch stop. Victoria number 8, Trevor Mainman, 2 minutes, hooking. $9:45 to go now. Scramble draw, possessed Badger now to Bursey. Fires, blocker save, Butler. Chips that back down behind. Frazier trying to come out, cannot. Bursey gets there, chips back below to Frazier. Frazier's gonna look, back around the goal to Bursey. Up to Badger now. Looking over to Morehouse, back up to Badger. Over to Bursey. Winding, shooting, trickles! Great save, Butler. Butler somehow keeps that out of the goal.
Same thing, Black. Keep going, boys. All right, Burns. Keep playing.
Coming draw now. Frazier can't win that draw. Dunlop does. Flips, kept in by Badger. Over to Bursey, back to Badger now. Looking to Morehouse. Back up to Badger. To Morehouse, fires, blocked, and cleared down the floor by Victoria. Slides it up to Badger now. Slides up now. Badger across to Meehan, in over the line, leaves it for Kraft. Back to Badger. Looking to Kraft. 50 on the power play now. Back up to Badger. To McHugh. Fires. Hits a body on its way through. Does not make it on goal. Face-off upcoming. Scramble draw, possessed and dumped by Victoria. John Way out of his goal now. Plays it up to Kiersted. Up comes Mackenzie Kiersted now. Walking the floor. Walking. Looking. Pass to Meehan in the middle. Meehan. Chipped up and out of play. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Meehan loses the draw to Dunlop. Dumped all the way down on goal. Johnny Way uses his pad, kicks it to the corner. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. T-Sink now, Ryan T-Sink into Kraft. In over the line. Now the ball comes out, trying to get it to Kiersted. Over to Kraft. Penalty has expired. Kraft in, shot is blocked. Kraft trying to get there early. Looking, out comes Victoria. Mainman in over the line. Looking, drops it off. Spins, fire, stopped by Johnny Way, scores! Dean Matson capitalizes on the rebound and makes it 4-2 Devils. .7:27 remaining in this period of play. Maybe wins the draw, back to Badger. Up to Maybe, in over the line, offside, Mooseheads.
7.5 here, boys. They won the next 3 minutes here. We're all right.
Face-off upcoming now. Maybe loses that draw. Victoria possesses. D to D goes Victoria. Rolling back out of their zone now, Griffin. Looking, cannot connect. That is icing against the Devils. .709 remaining. Maybe on for the draw now. Can't win that draw. Griffin around behind his goal to Nelson now. Nelson back over to Griffin.
Hey, boys.
Griffin walking back over. Sliding back down Nelson now. Looking, faking. Faking. Pushing up. Slide over. Flipped up. Gonna be corralled by Badger back in his own zone now. Comes across to Marcus T-Sink. T-Sink's gonna walk to Burns in the middle and over the line. Trying to chip to Bursey. Cannot. High flip all the way down the floor. Icing yet again against the Devils. Face-off upcoming now. Fraser against Dunlop. Dunlop wins yet another draw. Victoria's really been owning the draws so far today. Dumped all the way down. Icing against the Devils. Victoria really has been winning. I'd say we're probably close to 85 to 90% of face-offs have been won and controlled by the Devils. Face-off shot. Another great save, Butler. Fraser won that one clean. Can he do it again? Dunlop wins the straw. Back around the wall hard. Mainman back into his own zone now. Slowing it down behind his own goal. Chipped way up to Dunlop. Dunlop in over the line. Dumps it all the way in. Chips it back behind. Coming out behind the goal. Good pressure. Mainman back up the top now. Trying to chip that low. He does. Fenwick gets there though. Fenwick knocked off the ball. And Mainman fires, just misses. Johnny Way, fantastic pad save on that Dunlop rebound opportunity. .537 remaining. Face-off will be two ways right. .537 to go. Stewart on for the draw for New Brunswick. Stewart's going to win that draw clean. Ryan T-Sink's going to make a high flip. McHugh running hard after that, gets a piece. High flip again by Victoria, knocked down by T-Sink. Flips it up, chipped in by Victoria into their own zone. McHugh's going to be hard on that. Trying to get to the ball, he can't. High flip by the Devils. That's going to go down for icing against Victoria. Face-off will be to Butler's right. 5:12. Still plenty of time for that potential New Brunswick comeback. There is lots of hockey game left, folks. This thing is far from over. Stewart on again for the draw now. Stewart, scramble draw. Coming out with his Kiersted. Tries to push it back, can't get it to T-Sink, goes all the way down. T-Sink back in his own zone. Ryan over to Mackenzie Kiersted. Kiersted to Stewart. Nice move there. To Morehouse. Fire, stop. Butler, the rebound's there though. Who's going to come up with it here? Scramble for it. Morehouse chips it free. And dump down and icing against the Devils. Face-off upcoming now. Vautour on for the draw now for New Brunswick. Vautour loses that draw cleanly. Rimmed all the way around the wall. Benny Wojciechowski can't keep it in. Scramble draw. Meehan trying to keep it free. Wojciechowski dumps that out. He's going to pressure Marcus Teesink now. That's fired into no man's land. Chipped right back up and chipped up into the Mooseheads bench. Face-off will be just outside the Mooseheads zone. Trying to set up this draw. Face-off, trying to be pushed through. Nelson going all the way back into his zone now, trying to kill some of this clock. Now they push up. Griffin now chipped all the way into his brother, the other Griffin, walking down the wall. Controlling Marcus Teesink all over him, trying to get it free. Marcus Teesink does have it. Badger now with spots chasing him. Over to Meehan. Trying to flip it through. Cannot get it there. Flipped up. In breaks Guttro now. Mark Guttro against Anderson. Anderson pushing. Getting there. Chipping it free. In comes Noah Webster now. Webster in over the line. Leaves it to maybe. To Meehan. Trying to get it back door. Couldn't connect. All the way back up top to Hicks. Winds. Down low to Webster. Trying to flip that over again. Chipped up out. Hicks now controlling to Meehan. Over to Webster. Nice move there. Webster trying to cut through. Cannot. Morricone battling hard with Webster. Dumps. Icing against the Devils. 3:07 remaining. Face-off coming to Adam Butler's left. Timeout, Victoria. Coming back from the tight end. Timeout now. Face-off going to be to Butler's left. New Brunswick has pulled their goaltender, going with the extra attacker here. Maybe all the way back. Kirsten looking. Back up top to Teesink. Fires. That gets blocked. Hard on that is Kraft, though, to Alshorn. Alshorn up the half wall, walking out. Right across to Frazier, and that is blocked. What a great block there by Corey Serby. 2:54 to go now. Big draw here in this game. Scrambled. Gonna be controlled by Victoria momentarily. Frazier all over that in the hard corner there. Maybe trying to chip. Kraft trying to get it out. Kiersted keeps it down low for Kraft. Kraft looking up to Kiersted now. 2:35 now. Kenzie over to Riley. Winding, firing. That's blocked. Knocked down by Kraft though. Gonna be capped in by Kiersted. In off the bench from Victoria. Stays deep in the zone. .24 now, maybe on for the draw yet again. Faceoff's going to be won by maybe to Kiersted. Up to Alshorn, over to Kiersted, fires. Big save, Butler again. Alshorn trying to keep that away from Mainman. Mainman flips that all the way down. Racing up now is Kiersted with the ball, pushing New Brunswick, trying to find a way to get two here. Chipped down, knocked in by Kiersted. High stick called against them. Face-off coming all the way back down. They're not allowing John Way to go into goal. The goaltenders have been allowed all tournament to go back into goal. Now the referees are not going to allow it. Referees have changed the rule now and not allowed the goaltender to go back into his goal. Scrambled draw all the way back. Blocked by T-Sink. Slows it down now. High flip. Up to Alshorn. In goes Frazier now. Minute 50 to go. Frazier trying to roll around the goal. Trying to get on there is Kraft now. Back up. Way over. T-Sink lets her fly up over the net. Rebound. Great save. Butler. Fired up and out of play now. Face off to Butler's left inside the Victoria zone. Meehan wins the draw now, up and out of play. Face off will remain in the zone. Minute 36. Meehan wins back. Can't keep it in. Badger gets a piece of that now. Can't keep it though. Back in behind his net. Walking, rolling, looking, pushing. In over the line now. Trying to get it free. They can't. Dumped all the way down. Icing against the Devils. Minute 12 remaining. Face up by Meehan, shot by Morehouse. Great save, Butler rebounds there. Comes all the way out to Badger. Goes across to Marcus T-Sink. Winds, fires, rebound. Scores! Matt Morehouse with a minute 3 remaining. It's 4-3. Great way to get shots through by New Brunswick. The rebound found its way to Matt Morehouse. Minute 3 remaining. Faceoff's going to be won by Victoria. Chipped up to Mainman. Knocked away by me and Kierstead turns it back over to Mainman though. Mainman rolling all the way back into his zone now. Tries to flip it 3. Tasink up to LeBlanc, coming in. Flip it down low to LeBlanc. Taken out with no call. LeBlanc slips there, trying to get to that ball away from Dunlop. 30 seconds remaining now. Pushing. Mainman fires, scores! Trevor Mainman completes the hat trick with 25.3 seconds remaining. 5-3 Victoria. Face off upcoming now. Webster's hard on that ball for New Brunswick. Bodied into the wall. Flipped up. Badger dumps that back in deep. Morricone going on it, trying to roll back behind his goal. Going to be pressured. High flip. All the way up and down. Icing against the Devils. 6.1 seconds remaining. Face off to Butler's left. Face off going to be one straight back. Webster all the way across. Badger winds, fires, misses the net. Maybe on it, dumps it in the corner. Final score, Victoria Devils 5, New Brunswick Mooseheads 3.